Okay, Nigeria remains indivisible, coming from Sultan of Sokoto, the same man who said, let's not lie to ourselves, Nigeria is sick. Of course, today he's saying Nigeria remains indivisible, Sultan of Sokoto. Okay, when the time comes, we will know if really it's indivisible, like he said. Soldiers abandons fight against insurgents, goes for robbery. We got that from Vanguard. The soldiers abandons fight against insurgents and goes for robbery. The next one here, cows and herdsmen invade Futo. Futo is the Federal University of Technology, Owerri. See, cows and herdsmen invade Futo. The management laments. Boko Haram degraded, remnants to be treated as bandits, President Buhari insists. See, Boko Haram has been degraded. The remnants are to be treated as bandits, no more terrorists. Okay, FG begins evacuation today. Atmosphere tense in South Africa. Atmosphere is tense in South Africa, therefore federal government begins evacuation today. When we read, we'll understand what kind of evacuation and why tense. The next one, why corruption persists in Nigeria. That is coming from Lumumba, Patrick Lumumba. Why corruption persists in Nigeria. And finally, 5 dead, many injured as Shiites and police clash in Bauchi. Reporting from Sahara Reporters. So 5 dead, many injured as Shiites and police clash in Bauchi. Sahara Reporters. So these are the headlines we'll be discussing today. So please, I hope you must have finished sharing the program this morning. Invite your friends so that everyone will get the information. Like I said, in about 55 minutes, the lines will be open for you to call in and make your contributions. And our WhatsApp line is 0905 6608 Our WhatsApp line once again, 0905 6608 Our phone line, now that's our direct line, is 0702 0353706. 0702-0353-706. So call us, let's hear from you. What do you think? What's your take on the issues we are going to be discussing now? Alright, so let's look at the first one. IPOB members are icons and not rebels. Opadokun. Ayo Opadokun, elder statesman and Secretary General of National Democratic Coalition, Nadeko, has described members of the indigenous people of Biafra as icons rather than rebels. In a chat with Daily Independent, Opadokun, who is the convener of Coalition of Democrats for Electoral Reform, urged the federal government to respond favorably to the agitation of IPOB so as to prevent them from distracting the government. Speaking on the activities of the group, when President Muhammadu Buhari traveled to Japan for the 7th Tokyo International Conference on African Development, Opadokun said why he didn't support the method employed by IPOB in pressing home their demands, the federal government should grant them audience and address the issue so as to avoid further distractions. To people in government, IPOB members are rebels, but to those who are fighting for self-determination, they are doing something that is totally acceptable. Nobody gives you right anywhere in the world. You must fight for it every day. If that is one of the ways by which they could do so, the Nigerian government should do what is right and respond favorably if they don't want unnecessary distraction. I may not support the method employed by IPOB because there may be other better means with which they can press home their demands. You don't condemn agitations. To you, they are rebels. For the cause they are fighting, they are icons, because if what they are fighting for succeeded, you would not continue to have monopoly on what you currently hold. Opadokun noted that the level of poverty in Nigeria had become unacceptable. He said the situation, if not urgently addressed, may spark off reactions from Nigerians. Opadokun reblamed the middle class for the high level of poverty in the country and said why the middle class in Sena climes was expected to mount pressures on the rulers so that goodies could trickle down to the poor. The middle class in Nigeria was busy running after personal gains and what could benefit them alone. While citing the example of the Union of Soviet Socialist Republic, Opadokun said any leader who thinks he could use force to hold people together was merely deceiving himself, as the union could never last long. Any state that has been held by sheer force of arms has never lasted. Where in the world map is USSR today? He continued, the struggle for self-determination is the anthem for this millennium. Any ruler anywhere in the world who imagines that he can continue to use force to hold the people together is deceiving himself. Such a leader is living in a fool's paradise. The problem you have is that some of our people are hypocrites in all manifestations. They want to eat and remain with any government of the day so that they can have contracts, so they don't want to be heard. Even though they share the same feelings with what those IPOB members are doing, they also want to be in the good books of the government. No society can ever develop with that mindset. In the ideological world, the society is a kind of class struggle. The lower cadre are the last, the middle class are the wealthy or novel rich at the top. Usually in any society that will develop or grow, it is the middle class that will force down certain concessions from the novel rich that we percolate to them and then to the lower class. But when those who are in the middle class are busy with agitations to get contracts for themselves, marry more wives, buy customized cars, if that is the preponderance of the middle class of any population, then that society has lost it. That is what happened to Nigeria. Through the structural adjustment program, the middle class has been totally wiped out by former President Ibrahim Babangida. The ones who really could take up that place, what they are busy doing is, if you can't beat them, join them. So there is nobody to care for the ordinary man who is at the lower rung of the society and longer. And this is what has led to the state of extreme poverty in Nigeria. The state of poverty in Nigeria is terribly unacceptable, and it has long-term effects. It may not happen today, but I can tell you that the level of poverty is so intolerable that anything can be the immediate thunderbolt that will ginger up reactions of the people. All right, Mazi, okay, you know, in the past our leaders said today they don't want to talk about us, they don't want to hear about us, but the time will come they will start discussing us. So what's your take on this man's on his submission?
Anyway, I will appreciate him for the well harmonized write-up. It's a very good one. I give him kudos for that, because these are among the people who know what is happening in the contraption called Nigeria. They understand the problem of this country, having been in one position of leadership or the other. But the problem right here is that they do not want to hit the nail on the head. They don't want to go straight to the point and solve the problem of this contraption called Nigeria. They think that the best way to follow the problems facing this country is by forming coalition, just like he have done, maybe that of Ohanes Ndibo and the rest of them, forming coalitions everywhere. They think that that is the best way to follow it and handle this matter. That is why whatever thing that they will write, or whatever thing that they will say, whatever way they will go about it, in the end of the whole thing, they will still come back and say that they disagree with the way IPOB is going about it. So what is it, or what exactly is the way that IPOB is going about it that you do not like? You may have said every other thing, very nice, acceptable by everybody. We all know that that is the problem of this contraption called Nigeria. But what exactly is the way that IPOB, or which are the ways that IPOB are going about it that you do not like? You cannot bring anything to the table. You do not have something that will provide solution to the problems that we are having as long as this contraption is concerned. But you are still condemning what IPOB is doing. You are still saying that you do not you do not agree with what IPOB is doing. Which way then do you want us to do it? Form coalitions that have been forming all this while that didn't work. Why don't you just go straight to the point and say, we don't need this union anymore? Do you understand? Say, okay, later people, because from the way this man sound and his nomenclature, he's the Yoruba man, and you know, we have Hausa people there. We also have the Igbos who are not, you know, comfortable with what is happening in this country.
Just like you said, almost everybody is not comfortable with what is happening.
Yes,
and you can't hold the people by force.
Yes.
So I think he's just scared of
coming out and, you know, they're not the truth. Okay. Do you understand? These are the Democrats. I mean, they are technocrats. They are very wise. They can create something very beautiful, something that can be published, you know, in the national dailies and attract so many readers. But they cannot come straight forward and say, this is the best way we can go about it and, you know, solve our problem once and for all. What is stopping you from coming to say that this union is no longer favorable to anybody? Our people do not like it again. Just like, you know, I said the other time, any representatives of our people, you know, in all the Biafran land states that has not gone to the House of Assembly or House of Representatives, Senate and rep and say that our people are no longer comfortable with this union. Our people are no longer comfortable with this one Nigeria. That person is a scammer and should be treated as one, because they know the truth and they don't want to go straight forward and say, this is the problem of our people, this is the way we want to solve the problem. So I appreciate this man because he have a good write-up, he have a good article there, but the problem is that these are among the people who do not want to go straight forward and say, this is the way we want to restore our, this is the way we want to solve our problem. Showore had same problem. He thought that the only way that Nigeria can be, you know, okay is by revolution, the way he want to go about it. But that is not it. There are ways that you go and tackle problems and people will understand what you mean. Go straight to the point that even the world will understand you and know what you are, you know, agitating for. We are no longer comfortable with the Union Nigeria. Let everybody go on their separate ways, as simple as ABC. Everybody will go. And I want to appreciate in a special way the doggedness and the effort of IPOB, because they have done very well. They have done very marvelously well to the people of Biafrans and to the people of black race entirely. You know, what happened yesterday is a clear indication that we have gotten it right. We have gotten it right 100%. And it is just like we always say, Anago onere. The way we say it, that is the way it works. So what happened yesterday in European Union, Brussels, is a clear indication that yes, IPOB has gotten it right. You know, more than all these people who are there talking about coalition, this and that, making Nigeria better, make Nigeria good again, all those things you are saying. No matter what you do, as long as that name Nigeria is there, as long as it is to make Nigeria good, let me just be honest with you, it is not going to work. Because Nigeria has failed. Nigeria has expired. That is exactly what we are trying to let people know. Any expired product, keeping it or consuming it is doing more harm to yourself than good. Because long ago Nigeria has expired, and any effort you do to keep it again, you are causing trouble to yourself. So I appreciate IPOB for coming clear, for coming straight to the point, going straight to the point and say, we don't need this union again. You remember, many people have come, even in Biafra land here, say, oh, that is not the way it is being done. Come, let us do it this way. Come, let us do it this way. Do you understand? Go by restructuring. Go by this way and this way.
Okay.
But IPOB maintain the line and say, we want the total disintegration of this nation. Let Hausa go, let Fulani go, let Yoruba go, let Biafra go. That is the only way this problem can be solved, not by any coalition. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much. In case you're just joining us, this is Sunrise Daily News Analysis on Biafra Television, and we are reaching you from Biafra land. I am Ngozi Chukwuka. I have Mazi Friday Ikiri with me in the studio this morning. I also have Mazi LV Sonwudiwe on emo. And of course, they are doing justice to what we have here. We have lots of headlines to discuss this morning. And of course, we are moving forward until Biafra is restored. No retreat, no surrender. And please don't forget to partner with us. Don't forget to join us on this program. Don't forget to support this program in any way you can, because we want to ensure we bring to your doorstep everything that you need to know, everything happening in this contraption called Nigeria. We want to ensure we are here morning and evening, because every day, very, very important. We want to be here morning and evening. So whichever way you know you can, please reach out to us on WhatsApp, on our phone line, on Skype, on Facebook. Send us text messages, call us after the program. Let's talk, and of course find a way to put things in place. Gadgets are needed as well. Finance are needed. We need stable internet. We need to upgrade this place so that we can serve you better. All right, thank you so much. So let's look at the next one. Nigeria remains indivisible. Sultan of Sokoto reacts as Biafra agitation gains more popularity on the international stage. The Sultan of Sokoto, Alhaji Mohammed Said Abubakar, on Monday said that Nigeria remains an indivisible country in spite of its cultural and ethnic diversity. He spoke during the 2019 edition of Ulefuta Festival in Akure, Ondo State. According to the Sultan, some leaders have been using the diversity of the country to sow seeds of discord to their own benefit. He said that no meaningful development can be achieved in any country where insecurity and violence is the order of the day. Abubakar urged religious leaders in the country to refrain from using religion and ethnicity as avenues to cause a breach of peace and violence. He said diversity is not the problem, it is management of our diversity that is the problem. Our diversity should enhance good economy and strengthen it, but it has to be tapped into and we must celebrate it. Also, we must focus on the management of our diversity and not desecrate it. There is no time for internal wrangling. It destroys our unity and nobody will benefit from it. We should work together to have a common goal and ensure our regional integration. Chairman of the annual public lecture, Michael Adeojo, said that Nigeria must rise to defend its territory and promote positivity in its diversity across all regions. Marty Elvis, what's the take on this? You know, every day, every time they gather, they keep talking about diversity, unity in diversity, and of course, it seems not to work. We are not being united, but they are still insisting that Nigeria is indivisible. So what's your take or what's your response to this?
My sister, when things seems not to be working around you, the only option is to patch, manage, and use some sugar-coated, fabricated words to entice your wife to remain, or your slave to remain. I will use this very phrase now. If a servant that has been kind of serving his master and the years of settlement is due and very fast approaching, you will see the Oga begging the slave master, please, by this time I know everything is going to be alright, but let us do this business once and for all, because when you leave this place now, customers will follow you, customers will run away, and this shop will go down. And I'm suggesting, can we do the business together? Let's start doing the business. All these years you have been stealing, cheating, subjugating, enslaving, castigating, depriving, and insulting, and a kind of using hate speeches, telling that servant that it doesn't belong to the business, just like a dog that went on hunting, that went into hunting with a hunter, and the dog did the most hunting, and at the end of the whole hunting, the hunter will chase the dog away, with a kind of try to prevent the meat from the dog, but the dog was the one that hunts the antelope down, and they will be chase this dog away before the dog will now carry the meat and run away. You know, so these are the issues, and these are the plans and the ideas of the Fulanis, that they should make sure that Nigeria is one, and Nigeria remains one. Why? Because you are helping them to steal. You are helping them to subjugate you. You are helping them to shine their businesses. Because let me just tell you, without the oil in Bayelsa, nothing like Sultan of Sokoto. Without the oil in Bayelsa, there is nothing like Jubril or Buhari, because he, since inception, all his eyes and his governance is on that oil. That is why he has made himself the minister of the petroleum right from onset till today. Does it mean that the Sultan of Sokoto is not aware of that? Does it mean that Sultan of Sokoto, that are kind of calling for indivisible countries and oneness and unity, is not aware that the security apparatus of the zoo is being handled by Fulanis of their kind? Does it mean that the Sultan of Sokoto is not aware that from the Senate president down to the last man standing in the Senate there are all Fulanis? Does it mean that the Sultan of Sokoto is not aware that the ministers, almost all the ministers, are from Fulanis? Does it mean that the Sultan of Sokoto is not aware of the mayhem, pogrom, heinous crime being committed, and terrorism being committed by henchmen, being committed by Fulanis, Futejalons, being committed by Boko Harams and the cattle headers? Does it mean that they don't see that and they covered it? They pretend to see that nothing is happening, telling you to, but I pity those idiotic and imbecilic evils that are constituting nuisance in the name of politicking or politics. You know, they are harloting, selling their dignities without saying or settling or solving the issues. Instead of saying things the way it is, they will come with the restructuring and re-strategizing and keeping the Nigeria. Why? Because they are benefiting the little crumbs that fell off from the tables of their masters. And is it not an irony that the master that supplies the oil, the master that owns gold, the master that owns ore, zinc, and the gold, is now walking on barefooted, scampering for food, while the servants, which is the Futejalons, which are the Fulanis, are benefiting and now giving you from what belongs to you. They decide who governs, they decide who preside, they decide who do what or not, they decide who stays wherever. And people keep on listening to these fallacious, fabricated and unending lies. This is getting to 60 years. I've been hearing that the youths are the leaders of tomorrow. I've been hearing that we should keep Nigeria one. I've been hearing that it's gonna be better. Do you know one thing? With the since inception, I reject that word. Tomorrow is gonna be better, because that has been what killed my sister. My sister died wretchedly. We keep on telling you tomorrow, if you got them one winter, just little while, things will be better. And you see the person dying every day, hoping to wear a dead man's shoe. When is that man going to die? When is things going to be possible? When things is going to be okay? Every day things is going to be okay. Tomorrow gone, yesterday is gone. Today we believe. Believing on what? You are believing on the people that has no plan, people that has no future, people that has no target, people that don't even have any goal posts. They don't have any plan. Government that will have a plan right now, maybe it will say that they have 4-point agenda to make sure that Nigeria is okay. The next thing you see is either the plan Q, remove the person, and when they remove that very vision of that man is dead, then the new government that enters will come with new strategic plan. I've been hearing Vision 2020 when I was in primary school. That was olden days. Now 2020 is around the corner. That is next year. Yet we are still clamoring for one Nigeria. We are still clamoring for oneness. My sister, we are tired of such nonsensical, idiotic statements. That is old ideas. That is an old techniques. They need to come up with new ideas with this, because we are the jet age. We are the generations that they kind of have what it takes to scrutinize some certain strategical, idiotic, political kind of techniques in which they have been using since Ahmadu Bello way. So now they need to come up with something that is more kind of more beneficial, something that will entice people, something that will make youth kind of now to support them, because these things is no longer working. What they are saying, we've had it before. We need a different thing altogether. What they are doing, we've seen it before. We need a different thing altogether. Let them step out from usual and step into unusual, because anybody that wants change will step out from where he is. Where he is, and where he was, to the different place where he's supposed to be. So we don't want it. All we need right now is Biafra. Simple.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Of course, because they gain from the whole thing. That's why they would never, talk about division or talk about separation, because they are the ones gaining it. They are the managers. I think Oge said something yesterday. The British, the CEO of Nigeria, and the Fulanese are the managers. So that's why they don't ever want to hear anything about separation. But unfortunately for them, it's not going to work again, because Nigeria is expired. And there is this group of people that have decided to take the bull by the horn. That's the indigenous people of Biafra. It doesn't matter what it takes. We must ensure that the contraption called Nigeria is brought to naught. And we are working assiduously to see that happen in, few days to come. We are going. All right. Let's look at the next one. Soldier abandons fight against insurgents, goes for robbery. You can only hear about this in the contraption called Nigeria. A serving soldier in Yola, who was on special assignment in the current fight against the Boko Haram insurgents in Mungonu local government area of Borno State, has been apprehended alongside one other for alleged robbery and car snatching. Parading the two suspects in Yola, the public relations officer of Adamawa State Police Command, DSP Suleiman Nguroje, said the incident happened on Tuesday at 1 a.m. near the popular Target Junction in the state capital. According to Nguroje, the suspect accosted a lady along Target Junction and ordered her to surrender her Toyota Camry car at gunpoint, which she did. Luckily enough, the matter was reported to policemen on duty along Target Junction, who swung into action immediately in collaboration with the vigilante operatives and arrested the suspects. We were able to recover the car, an AK-47 rifle, and 35 rounds of ammunition from the suspects. During interrogation by newsmen, the soldier, who identified himself as Dampa Helabamon, said he was on special operations in Monguno. I got a pass to come to Yola from my base in Monguno, and the pass had expired since August 10th, he said. Asked why he resorted to robbing innocent people instead of defending them, the soldier said he was forced to resort to self-help because he had neither received his salary nor allowance for a long time. He said, I was given a gun without salary and allowance. What do you want me to do when I'm on the verge of starvation? The two suspects, according to the police spokesman, will appear in court as soon as investigations were completed. Mazio, what's your take on this? Based on his action and also that of the government, I think it's two-sided now. Yes. So I think you should say something. Remember, yesterday we talked about 15.something million
that was meant for the soldiers.
That was that was snatched by the Boko Haram, or per se the bandits.
Anyway, all these things, these are their game plans, and it is only the gullibles that will not understand the angle we are coming from. That is why if we keep talking, they say we don't talk, but we are telling you the truth. This is not working again. It's high time people understand that. Okay, what exactly do you expect when you recruit bandits, criminals, kidnappers, killers,
Repentant Boko Haram,
Fulani herdsmen into the Nigerian army? You integrate them into the army. After the one, I can't woman an old woman doesn't get old in the style of dance. She know how to dance. Wherever they go, people say that somebody that cook or prepare sour soup doesn't prepare it one place. Everywhere you go, you keep doing the same thing because it doesn't go out of you. So you don't expect something very much from them apart from that style they were brought up. This has been their normal way of living. They do not have good parental upbringing. They do not have good education. All they were taught to do how to survive is illegality, evil. That was exactly the way they were brought up. And when they go into the army, you do not expect them to change. That is exactly the reasons why you see the army indulging in all manner of atrocities today. Nobody is talking about it. They rather go and kill the innocent people. You come out to the street, you see uncivilized soldiers that are supposed to make peace reign, supposed to protect lives and property of the citizens, which is the primary responsibility of every responsible government. They will in turn and kill the people. Our brother Chimobi was killed in Aba just because he did not give a soldier 100 naira, just 100 naira. A soldier shot him to death, and now everybody has forgotten about his own, waiting for what happens tomorrow, waiting for the next one to come. You see what happened as a result of Wadume's arrest. Soldiers followed up and shot dead the police officers that arrested Wadume, killed them to death, and today nobody is talking about it again. They have been forgotten. Police shot a youth corps member, in Abuja when the Shiite was protesting for their right. His own is gone. Nobody is talking about it again. These are the illegalities. These are the acts that we keep seeing on a daily basis from these morons, from this evil, the repentant Boko Haram, the repentant bandits that were, recruited into the Nigerian army, because that is the way they were brought up. So this man who said, though he has given his own reasons, you gave me guns without food, without salary, without allowance. What do you want me to do? The masters, there is something they want him to do. They didn't recruit him, and he's doing it perfectly well. They recruited him to do that. Before every other person, they may be seeing it as somebody who is wearing. That is exactly why we are telling you that the killers, the morons, the bandits, and Boko Haram, they have filled up. They have taken over Nigerian army. The terrorists, people you see there, they have taken over everywhere. You see what happened at Aba and in part of Biafra land, while our people are being molested, harassed by these soldiers. You see them, you think that these people, they are your friends, they are people you can feel comfortable to stay with, not knowing that you are just running into killers. That is very, very pathetic, but that is exactly what you expect. You don't need to expect a different. This is just like a scientific, observation. The thing you give in, that is what the thing you sow in, that is what you get out. Garbage in, garbage out. You sow it, you get it. So they have sowed it. The masters know what they planted, and that is exactly what they are seeing. They are very much happy whenever they see all of these things happen, because that is exactly what they want them to do. The Hausa Fulanis, that is exactly what they want them to do. And unfortunately, these people are not even being fed. That is exactly why they have to go in the other way around and begin to terrorize the people, snatch cars, use the guns that was given to them by the masters to even molest and kill the people. So that is exactly is unacceptable. But it's exactly the reasons why we are telling you that this union cannot work, because all these people you see there, especially those of them from the Hausa and Fulani territory, they are all bandits. they were brought up with one ideology. They are all terrorists. They were brought up with the ideology to kill. That is exactly the reason why we say we are no longer comfortable with all these things that is happening here, because we are not of the same people. So the people going about, the soldiers stealing cars, you know, snatching cars, that's exactly what they're supposed to do. That's what they were brought up to do. And what happened, yeah, we just talked about it yesterday, 15-point-something million that was meant for the soldiers stolen. Heaven knows what happened there. It has been their master plan.
And of course,
do you understand?
Nobody knows when they are even going to get their pay again. We've had a
with
video
this genius reason that
we had the video where they were crying. Those of them, they were sent to Sambisa Forest, saying no food, no water. So many of them were dying out of, you know,
hunger,
thirst and hunger,
starvation.
And of course, the other one said for a very long time, food have not been given to them in the barracks, and even their families are suffering.
A hungry man is an angry man.
Of course.
The worst thing you can ever, you know, try to bear is hunger.
It's really amazing that, you know, amongst all these hungry soldiers, we know that, like those of them in Sambisa Forest, we watched the video, you know, so many of them are Biafrans from their intonation and everything. Yes. So, you know, they've never been caught in any of such acts.
That is not the way we're brought up.
The hunger.
Yes.
So that's another thing to be considered. Why is it that our people are also starved, but they've not been, you know, caught in such?
They're not even indulging it. Do you understand? I know many of them that instead of indulging in criminality or
they quit.
They quit. I know many of them. Do you understand?
So it's not really about
even in,
the hunger.
Yes, it's not all about the hunger. It's about that orientation, who they are. And that is exactly what I was telling people, that it was how they were brought up. Exactly. Do you understand? You can't change it overnight. From the childhood you were born, the day they were, you know, delivered, after some period of time, they were thrown out to the streets. Alamajiris, they start roaming the streets. From there, they go to stay with one Alhaji, you know, and one of their boss there, they give them food on daily basis, maybe small. They have their plates. People that stay in the north know all these things. If you go to Alhaji's side, you will see them. They will come and line up. They will just give them small food. Do you understand? And before you know what is happening, they will just push them to Boko Haram and terrorist camp. From there, by the time they graduate, the next place to shift them to is the Nigerian army. And when they go there, they have gotten the national certificate to kill anyhow. And what exactly do you expect? They keep on doing the wish of their master. They keep on, the worst thing you can try to, you know, stop on earth is ideology. People's ideology stands. It takes a very long time of effort. It takes a lot of things for you to change an ideology. That is why we are telling people that the ideology of IPOB is hard to change, because our ideology is quite different from that ideology. But that is exactly the reasons why our brethren, despite the hardship, despite what they are seeing there, instead of that, they will even come back home. They will take permission and come back home. For those of them that have made up their mind that they will stay there, they will come back home, carry foodstuffs, you know, for them to keep managing things, because we are not criminals. Do you understand? But them, that is how they live their life.
Okay, thank you so much. Let's look at the next one here. In case you're just joining us, this is Sunrise Early News Analysis on Biafra Television, and we are reaching you from Biafra land. My name is Ngozi Chukwuka. I have Mazi Oge Friday Igiri with me in the studio this morning. I also have Mazi Elvis Onwudiwe on email, and of course they're giving in-depth analysis of what we have here this morning. Don't forget, Sunrise Early News Analysis, they partners to you know, keep us running. We want to ensure that we are always here morning and evening, so please reach out to us. We oblige you to reach us on our WhatsApp line, on our phone line, on Skype and Facebook. Let's talk about how to make this place, how to keep this place running. We need steady internet or stable internet. We need gadgets. We need to upgrade the ones we have here already. So whichever one you can, please reach out to us, and then we'll talk about it. If you want, to join a group that's already started doing something, then we'll add you to that. If you want to do something as an individual, it's also welcomed. So please do something about that so that we'll keep going until Biafra is restored. All right, let's look at the next one. Cows and herdsmen invade photo. The management of the Federal University of Technology Owerri, Futo, has raised the alarm over herdsmen and cattle invasion in the school. Speaking exclusively to Vanguard on Tuesday, the registrar, Mr. John Nnabuihe, wondered if herdsmen want to turn the campus into a grazing area. Bandits have taken over. Okay, it was not funny. Driving to the Senate building this morning, it is baffling why herdsmen are gradually transforming photo premises into a cattle colony, Nnabuihe said. Answering a question, the registrar said that the institution has written to the chairman, Cattle Owners Association, Obinze, complaining about the development. Part of the letter dated September 4th, 2019 and copied to heads of security agencies in the state read, I write on the authority of the Vice Chancellor to draw your attention to the incessant invasion of herdsmen and their cattle on the campus of the Federal University of Technology. He reminded the Cattle Owners Association chairman that government prohibited the group from grazing on university lands and environs. The sensitive nature of grazing on campus and the obvious tension it breeds among students may ultimately lead to clashes, if not curbed. This is given the current precarious security challenges associated with open grazing, Nnabuihe said. The university then requested the chairman to urgently intervene by directing the herdsmen to desist from grazing within the university campus. Please note that security agencies have been alerted to take decisive measures against anyone grazing cattle within the university environment, the registrar told the cattle owners. Recall that similar incident happened in June 7, 2017, when the authorities of Obe Primary School, Ipob, in Oka local government area of Edo State, watched helplessly as cows invaded their school, disrupted classes, and generally sacked pupils and teachers. In January 11, 2019, there was tension in Anambra State as herdsmen with their cattle invade Ideke Secondary School in the Ogbaru local government area of the state. Mazi Elvis, you've heard it. What do you have to say about these cows invading schools, invading classrooms, and then the government doing nothing about it?
My sister, permit me. I just want to say two things. Number one is about the security you mentioned before, and number two is about this very question you just asked me right now, because one thing leads to another. Number one, concerning the security turning into armed robbery, the issue didn't start today, and that was what Goodluck Jonathan battled. You should remember that during Goodluck Jonathan, that all these roadblocks were removed, and the robbery and that is ambushing people along the commuters along the way was stopped, and bank robberies and everything was typically kind of destroyed. And immediately this very government comes in, the first thing is to return back all those checking points, and those very checking points, you could remember, like I said the other day, you know, the Lagos to Benin is very dangerous right now, very, very dangerous. I'm saying it for people to know. If you are traveling from Lagos by road, when you get to Benin, try to find way, or you can rebuild your phones or your devices, because when they get you with those devices, they will download something that will kind of got you arrested. They will put some certain things, some transactions on your phone, and say that you are a 419, and the price you pay in that very place will be as for 5 million. If you don't have it, they will take you to a place of no return. What I'm telling you right now is happening on a daily basis, and this is not even one checkpoint, not to starting from bypass till you get to slow. These people are there every day, harassing and killing and stealing from our people. And these are the men working under Osomole and Abakiale, and they are killing our boys. Now, if these people are doing this and the government are not saying anything, who are they working for? This very one that they arrested will go and check it very well. Maybe he was according against the GOC or ASM, ASM, yes. Maybe according to the instructions. That was why they published it. This thing has been happening. It has been there. In the country where soldiers do firewood, they are the people that smuggle some certain things in, go to Aflawo border, go to Seme border, go to other borders, even the Katsinas border. You will find out that these are the soldiers, and they are doing some things that is irrelevant, illegal. In other countries, you don't see their soldiers on the main road. You don't see them on roadblocks. Soldiers are meant to combat war. They are not meant to come out to man roadblocks. That is police work. But in Nigeria, you see them on the streets harassing individuals. People, they need to be protected. So it's not something government knows much about the things that is happening concerning the police or whatever army coming out to rob innocent souls. They are into it right from inceptions. That is number one. Then number two is this cow that you have said concerning that went and invaded the school, a photo at Obinse. These are the level of failure to most of the governors. This man that just entered into Owerri, he has been busy combating crime and converting those things that Rochas built in Owerri, not in another state. He was busy taking them to himself instead of fighting crime and bringing peace into that very state. How could a cow chase away students? But in that very obedience, that very place has been so deadly and dangerous for even the photos, the students, and the civilians, because of that barrack that they kept in that very place. They used that very barracks to commit so many crimes in that area. So if cow are going to these people that rear the cow are from that barracks, and they have the protections and the ability from the barracks, because they cannot go into the school to chase students away without the support of those people from that very barracks. Let me just tell you, many barracks in Biafra land are used to molest our people. That is what the Fulanis are using. Because if you touch them, if you talk to them, if you harass them, they go to the barracks. The next thing is to come out and start firing without asking questions. But these are the people that cannot be able to lay hands on Boko Haram, that cannot be able to lay hands on a Fulani herdsmen, and they supported them. They give them AK-47 to kill our people. So the governments of the southeast, if they have that very power, because they don't have power, because let me just tell you, how many days now that they give automatic, they don't want cow rearing, they don't want Fulani herdsmen in our land. Now, what is happening is that they shut them down, and since that very time, cow have been moving around just like a animal business, and they are handicapped. Because why? They are licking the shoes of their paymasters. They don't have it because they've eaten their right, their dignity, and sold out. So if anybody is waiting for the government to do anything that is bastardized, you are just wasting your time. And besides, these people has all the support from the military. They have all the support from the government. So you can do the only thing you could do, or you do as an individual, is to rally around and find a way to poison those cows. There are things you could do. You don't even need to come out to complain on these things. And most of them that are claiming to be marching down in the school, what are they doing? What are they doing? The only thing you know how to do best is to kill your fellow students. Now cow has been chasing you away and you're the one complaining. That is pathetic. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much for that, Mazi Elvis. Thank you. Let's quickly look at the next one here. FG2 begins evacuation today. Atmosphere tense in South Africa. The Nigerian Union South Africa on Tuesday said though some calm had been restored following a series of xenophobic attacks against foreign nationals in South Africa, including Nigerians, there was still tension in the air. The president of NUSA, Adetola Olubajo, who spoke to one of our correspondents in a telephone interview, said several foreign-owned businesses had remained closed for fear of resurgent attacks by South Africans. Olubajo said the environment is calm, but the atmosphere is still tense because the people that are fighting and looting always go on sporadic attacks, so people are very careful. South African businesses have opened, but not all of the foreign-owned businesses have opened because there are some foreign nationals that are displaced and are in the city center in Johannesburg. Most of their businesses have been looted and burned, so they need to start rebuilding. On the evacuation of Nigerians, he noted that the High Commission had consulted, and Consulate had given a figure of about 640 people who were scheduled to return, adding that the first batch of about 320 people would leave on Wednesday, today, around 9 a.m. Olubajo said, "We believe that more people will still show interest. We want the kind of gesture that has been shown by Air Peace to be extended by other well-meaning Nigerians of aviation operators, because those that are willing to leave should be given the opportunity." Asked if other Nigerians who had opted to remain in South Africa were scared of more attacks, he said, "Yes, but we are getting assurances of safety from the South African authorities. Pretoria was handled very well. A visible police presence was in Pretoria, so it curbed attacks. But in Johannesburg, they have not been able to solve that. We hope that they will do that what they have promised, to protect the lives and property of foreign nationals." Domestic airline AP says it's ready for the evacuation. An official of the airline told the Punch on Tuesday that there had been no challenge with the planned evacuation. "We don't have any challenge. We have no issue for now. Our mission is to get the passengers out for free," the official, who spoke on condition of anonymity, said. He explained that the flight from Nigeria departed Lagos on Tuesday and would return on Wednesday from 2 p.m., adding that the entire process would end by Thursday. The chairman of Air Peace, Alain Onyema, warned Nigerians scheduled for repatriation from South Africa to refrain from paying $1,000 or any amount of money for the flights. In an interview with the News Agency of Nigeria, Onyema said the arrangement for Nigerians willing to return had not changed, adding that it remained free. He said, "We have not designated or recruited any agent in South Africa to collect money on behalf of Air Peace, so nobody should pay money to anyone. Any Nigerian who has paid money for repatriation to Nigeria with Air Peace should request for a refund and report to appropriate authorities." The airline had last week volunteered to send an aircraft to evacuate Nigerians free of charge from South Africa. Oyema said the evacuation, which would be done with the airline's Boeing 777, was a support for the federal government's efforts. A group under the aegis of Virtuous Widows International Association on Tuesday said the xenophobic attacks in South Africa had increased the number of widows in Nigeria. Addressing journalists in Oka, the Anambra State capital, the founder and national president of the group, Ifeyinwa Ebosilba, described the act as barbaric. She said, "For every one man killed in the attack, a husband, a father, and ultimately the breadwinner is lost to a family, invariably leaving the woman a widow with attendant repercussions on the society. We are aware that our government has taken actions through constructive engagement with the South African government as well as other African countries. But we appeal to the conscience of our brothers and sisters in South Africa to remember the history of racism and apartheid and that xenophobic attacks on fellow Africans who have helped them during those days are worse actions." All right, what do you say about this? So people, from what we read here, some people are taking advantage of the situation
to even manipulate,
collect money from other people.
We can trust Nigerians,
from the victims,
as long as the name Nigeria is concerned.
And now also the woman, the leader of Widows or whatever association, has said that more widows, the widows are increasing, but the Nigerian government have not accepted that Nigerians died in the incident. So what's your take on this? Okay, before we go into that, I want to announce the lines to call because we'll soon go off radio. So the WhatsApp number to call is 0905 6608 583. We'll be opening our line in 10 minutes. The WhatsApp number once again, 0905 6608 583. Then our phone line, our direct line is 0702 03 53706. Once again, 0702-03-53706. Our Skype and Facebook ID is at Sunrise BTV. All right, so go ahead.
Why do we keep talking about this xenophobic attack on daily basis here? It is something that we need to talk, because it is a shame to Africa, it is a shame to black race, and with what we are fighting for, we are fighting for the liberation of the black race entirely. And what is happening in South Africa, we the indigenous people of Biafra, led by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, must continue to condemn it totally. So many people are being rendered useless. Some homes are just being rendered to nothing because of this ongoing attack. And it is very, very unfortunate that the South African government have made up their mind that, be it as it may, Nigerians must leave and other nationality. And there was one I read yesterday that they say, even if other people are going to stay, Nigerians will leave. Anyway, that is a good one, because it goes a long way to tell the Nigerian government that they have failed totally. They have failed in their primary responsibility as a government. That is exactly the reasons why we call on the people, especially our Biafran brethren, to come back home. Pay the sacrifice. Let us unanimously build our own. There is no other place we can call our own than here. Even as you are coming back, do not even anticipate anything. Do not expect anything from the Nigerian government, because they are not going to do anything. The highest thing that they are going to do is, these are brothers that have shown the interest to evacuate or to bring you back from there, because of the way everybody feels. But apart from that, don't expect anything from the Nigerian government, because they are not going to do anything for you. The Nigerian government will know they are not going to do anything for you. If they do, it's not something that is going to pay back what you have lost. And a lot of things has been going on, yet they refuse to accept the fact that people are dying. That is even to show you how much bad and how much evil they are. One is not able to, even your brother Geoffrey Onyama cannot even acknowledge the fact that people are being killed, properties are being lost as a result of this. But here, they have not even a tangible plan to make sure that they bring remedy to this. Just yesterday, we also got a news that South African businesses that have resumed fully in Nigeria here. What exactly are the government doing, or what do they have as a plan to make sure that all these things are being handled, to make sure that at least the lives of the people that are being lost, they got justice. The properties, the hard-earned money that people have invested and labored for many years, that was destroyed by this illiterate and all these jealous, envious people, were being addressed. Nothing. All they could come and tell the public is just to lie to them, to deceive them, to make sure that things are going. They collect the money every day. They are telling us one lie or the other. Buhari will be going to South Africa on October. That is very, very laughable. When most of the people have been dead and a lot of damages cost, that is when you will be going there, maybe to shake the hand of the president and say, oh, thank you very much, you have done well. We keep telling you that the reason why they have not acknowledged the fact that people are dying in this incident, people are dying as a result of this xenophobic attack, is because most of the victims are Biafrans. People do not want to understand it. Most of the people whose businesses are being vandalized, they are Biafrans, they are people from the Igbo side, not the Hausa Fulanis who doesn't even travel out. The highest thing they do is just to to shift them or to take them to the Nigerian army to continue their killing, like we said before. So we want to use this opportunity to appeal to our brethren. Even those of you that are still there, we know it is very difficult, but just use this opportunity and come, no matter what it is going to take you. Have a hope and the assurance that we are going to build a better nation that even South Africa will be jealous of. The truth of the matter remains that they are going to see all of these things in the end. biting a finger that feeds them is not good at all. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let's look at the next one here. Boko Haram degraded remnants to be treated as bandits. President Buhari says remnants of Boko Haram in the northeast region of the country are bandits, and we will continue to treat them as such. President Buhari stated this when he received Mr. Peter Mora, President of the International Committee of the Red Cross, at the State House, Abuja, on Tuesday. Buhari maintained that Boko Haram had been degraded, but its members are still a nuisance around Lake Chad and surrounding islands. That's why we are cooperating with Chad, Cameroon, Nigeria Republic, and other countries. We are also using the Air Force quite effectively. Boko Haram are bandits, and we will continue to treat them as such, he said. The president said the government was concentrating on repairing damaged infrastructure, rehabilitation of internally displaced persons, and securing their communities so that they can return home. He applauded the support of the ICRC and other humanitarian organizations, stressing that the government would not rest until all victims were rehabilitated. The situation of the displaced persons is very pathetic. Some children don't know where their parents are, neither do they know where they come from. We are focusing on education and healthcare, along with the rebuilding of infrastructure. The agency, formerly under the leadership of retired General Theophilus Danjuma and now headed by retired Major General Paul Tafa, is quietly making an impression. We are dedicating lots of resources to the area, the president said. Needless reading further, we've got the point. Mazi, Elvis, what do you have to say about this? You know, the same man who said an attack on Boko Haram is an attack against the whole North. Today he's saying Boko Haram are bandits and we be treated as bandits. They are no longer terrorists. What's your take, please?
My take on it is that we should not take the word of a dead man serious, because this Boko Haram he has tagged as a bandit now and not a terrorist, while IPOB are terrorists. Shiite are terrorists. Boko Haram are bandits. He has just tagged them right now. Mark it that these are the three arms of government that he has been using since the inception of his governance. You know, and those three arms of government are Boko Haram, Mieti Allah, and henchmen. And he has never allowed or agreed to attack or kind of attack them or tag them a terrorist. So how possible is it going to be? This is just to dribble the visitor. And for how many years will it take the Nigerian government that has went to ECOMOG and won, that has went to Liberia and make peace, went to Sierra Leone and keep peace in order there? How many years will it now take them to attack Boko Haram and Mieti Allah, stop them? They should stop lying to the people, because we all know the truth. He is the head, he is the sponsor, he is the CEO, the manager, the producer, the provider, the supplier of henchmen, Mieti Allah and Boko Haram. So all this word he has been using are just formalities. It's just to shade the eyes of the international community away from the scene of what has been happening. So if he said that he would treat them as such, what is it? Not yesterday we had that they and Busha collected 15 point something billion. What has the federal government come up to say? What have they said about it? And they will now see that those salaries cannot be paid anymore. And the Boko Haram are rampages and killing people. You know, he continued to tell us. In the other time in Al Jazeera, he said, he was asked, how are you going to tackle Boko Haram? He said, with what? They asked him, he returned the question, he said, attack them with what? What do you want me to attack the Boko Haram? They cannot attack them, they keep on negotiating with them. He said it, but people forgot. Years back, when he newly entered the office. So, if he is coming up right now to, these are the people that he is using. He is not using legislator or legislative or the judiciary. They are not working for him. People that works for him under this very government, as you can see, is the tyranny and the Boko Haram, herdsmen, and the deity Allah. And they cannot stop them, because trying to stop them is to kill himself, is to remove himself from the office. So thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. You've said it all. All right, let's look at this one before we embark on a break. 5 dead, many injured as Shiite police clash in Bauchi. At least 5 members of the Islamic movement in Nigeria are believed to have been shot dead in a clash between them and the police in Bauchi State on Tuesday. The clash, which reportedly occurred in Bauchi Metropolis and Azare town under Katagum local government area, also left many members of the movement injured. Confirming the situation to Sahara reporters, spokesperson for the IMN in Bauchi, Musa Mohammed, said that 4 of their members were shot dead in Bauchi while another person died in Azare. He said 4 of our members were shot dead while about 25 sustained various injuries and are with the police. 1 person was also shot dead in Azare. However, spokesperson for the police in Bauchi, DSP Kamal Abubakar, said that nobody was shot dead among IMN members. According to him, the IMN members were informed through traditional rulers not to come out for their procession as directed, but they came out in large numbers. Abubakar said, "We only came out to prevent them from holding the procession and maintain law and order. We have arrested 25 members of the group. It's not true that somebody was killed. If anybody was killed, there must be proof. People would have seen the bodies." All right, what's your take? You know, remember when IPOB members were killed, so many were killed and their bodies taken away.
Yes. You know,
so many were even thrown into the river.
Yeah. This is a continuous, you know, molestation of people, violation on human rights. Because as long as this issue of Shiite is concerned, they have the right to do what they are doing. Because even in the Nigerian constitution, it has a provision for freedom of worship, freedom of assembly. And in the United Nations Charter on the right of the indigenous people, you are free to do whatever thing you want to do as long as your religion is concerned. You have the freedom of religion. You also have the freedom of movement. That is, these are what we regard as the fundamental human rights. But here in Nigeria, it is being denied from the people. Shiite is not violent. They have been clamoring for one thing. Let us practice our way of religion. Let us practice our religion. Let us do our thing the way we do it. Do you understand? But the police will kill them whenever they come out to the street and do what they're supposed to do. Whenever they come together to say, let us observe our normal religious activity, the police will come out and kill them. Okay, this time around they say that they have been prescribed. Everybody that come up in Nigeria, even musicians, have been prescribed. Even opinion, holders are being prescribed. Everybody being prescribed by the federal government. They just launched to the court, their Gangoro court, and got a paper to prescribe people just like that. And this time around, they have just killed them in their number. And the Nigerian media is just helping them a lot to achieve their goal. Because anybody who just go through this headline now and go away, we just feel that the Shiite and the police, they are having exchange of battle. They clash. How did they clash? Whereas it was the police that killed the innocent people. You just read the details of it and you just see that it was the police that killed the people, but you just saying it, the police and the Shiite, they clash.
Yeah, how did they clash? Sahara reporters a headline.
Yes, so sometimes they confuse people with their headlines. You cannot clash with people who are, you did not have anything. You don't have gun, you don't have machetes, nothing. You just come out to the, to your venue, just like what happened at Aba, when our people gathered to pray. The police, the Nigerian security, they came there to kill us. They still target clash, which is not what it is. People, how can people clash with, you are there, you just come out to pray. You just come out to, observe your religious activity. But people just came out from nowhere and kill you. Then the media will target clash. What kind of a headline is that? How did the Shiite and the police clash here? You hear that the police shot 5 of them. The one that we see, but the other one were taken to nowhere, just like they keep doing to the member of IPOB. And so many people arrested by the same people who are oppressing them, and you are still saying that they were, they clashed, which is nothing. I mean, this is just to go a long way telling the people of the world what is going on in Nigeria. That people do not have the right again to go on their normal business. People do not have the fundamental right again to exercise. Everything has been seized, squeezed by the government, especially this government of, Jubril. The late Buhari has died. The man taking over now is Jubril, al-Sudani. So especially this is Abba Kyari-led administration, the de facto president. So this is just to tell you that a lot of things is happening in Nigeria. And that is why we continue to cry. That's why we continue to press our need that the people here are suffering. We are being molested. The lives of the people here are being more handled. I mean, they mean nothing. What they consider most is their cow. That is why they will take their cow to the university where people are meant to study. Despite what is happening, as long as this issue of Fulani herdsmen is going on, they take their cow to the university, not minding what the students may be feeling. That it will be disturbing the study, the studying of the people. Still on that, I don't know. The vice chancellor and the chancellor of that university, they may be, in allegiance to the Fulanis. That is why all these things is happening alongside the governor. Because if not, I think this matter would have been brought to a halt all this time. So this matter, Shiites and the Nigerian government, it is still violation of human rights.
And they don't care.
And they don't care. And we are calling it to stop because everybody have the right to freedom of worship. Everyone have the right to freedom of what? Assembly. And association. So you cannot deny people this primary and fundamental human right, and you think that your government is working. It is not working. Nothing is working.
All right, thank you so much. And of course, this moment we'll be going on a break. Of course, we've seen how barbaric Nigerian government is, and they stop at nothing. They kill at will without minding, without respect of human rights. They abuse it anyhow, and of course they kill people as if lives don't matter. Of course, we know that cows matters more than humans in this contraption called Nigeria. That's why we'll stop at nothing until Nigeria is destroyed and Biafra is restored. We are not going anywhere. Thank you so much. We'll be embarking on a break right now, so stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Baby. Always on point. You already know.
At all times I speak truth. Like I've always said, if you speak the truth, you die. If you lie, you die. It's better to speak the truth and die.
KCP2. If a president is lifeless and his cabinet are heartless, all the agenda be ruthless. How we go take over? How we go deceive front? As our president is lifeless and his cabinet are heartless, all the agenda will be ruthless. How we go take over? How we go deceive front? Which way? Nigerians, which way? Which way? I beg of you, next level. Which way? Buhari, which way? I beg you for you, we say we no one go again, for you say we must go. Shall we go with pains? Tell us for this go slow. You promise for your next level. Say you go make sure say you shame devil. But there is nothing about you that is truthful. Such your next evil. You never recover from your change. When you carry on so put inside cage. Every man expect to see another face. Pass we flip your peer for the next page. Nigeria people don't they cry. Biafran people wish to go. Back up another 4 years of pressure because I was a fool and still. If a president is lifeless and his cabinet are heartless, all the agenda be ruthless. How we go take over? How we go deceive front? As our president is lifeless and his cabinet are heartless, all the agenda will be ruthless. How we go take over? How we democracy is in trouble because Abacha don't resurrect. Man and getting so good problem. Like a fella don't reincarnate. My people suffering and smiling. Nobody won't fight for the right. Every man they fear to die. But if you check, some are living dead. Our biggest problem is religion. Many Christian leaders they manipulate. While some Muslims have been brainwashed. Save the key, they go make heaven. Says now on the top grass. We make Ghana they show class. Says the whole giant take this snow. Because you make leaders on the sleep. If a president is lifeless and his cabinet are heartless, other agenda be the ruthless. How we go take over? How we go take see from? As our president is lifeless and his cabinet are heartless, other agenda will be ruthless. How we go take over? How we go take see from? Which way? Nigerians which way? Which way? Next level. Which way? Buhari, which way? Which way? Next level. Then I'm hollow. I got the hollow. If you're not Ndala, oh no, Chala, Wala. Always on point. See, already know.
Man of choice.
Now be there, yes.
Welcome back. You're watching Sunrise Daily News Analysis on Biafra Television. And right now, the lines are open for you to call in and make your contributions based on the topics we've discussed so far. The numbers to call are WhatsApp number 0905660853. Our WhatsApp number once again 0905660853. Then our phone line is 0702 0353706 0702 0353706. So call us and let's know what's your take. What do you think about the issues we've discussed so far? And of course, the headlines I'll repeat. IPOB members are icons, not rebel. Nigeria remains indivisible, Sultan of Sokoto. Soldiers abandons fights against insurgents, goes for robbery. Cows and herdsmen invade Futo. Boko Haram degraded, remnants to be treated as bandits, President Buhari insists. FG begins evacuation today. Atmosphere tense in South Africa. 5 dead, many injured as Shiite and police clash in Bauchi. That's from SAR reporters. These are the headlines we've treated so far. So the lines are open for you to call. And we'll still have this. Why corruption persists in Nigeria, coming from Lumumba. We'll read that and also look at that. Why corruption persists in Nigeria. A former director of the Kenyan Anti-Corruption Agency, Professor Patrick Lumumba, on Tuesday said the reason why corruption still thrived in the country was because the people were not yet tired of the practice. He said in a society such as Nigeria, where people still celebrated those that fraudulently enriched themselves, corruption would continue to thrive. Speaking at the opening session of the 49th Annual Conference of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria, he said the day Nigerians would become tired of corrupt practices, the actions that would follow would put an end to graft. He said, the task of nation building is a collective responsibility. If you are an accountant, you have to do your work by ensuring that the records are kept and the truth is told. Corruption is a crime against humanity. Experiences have demonstrated that if the people in a country are sufficiently fed up, they will rise up. All right, Mazi Elvis, what's your take on this? Do you agree with him that the people are not tired? That's why there's still corruption. Mazi Elvis, can you hear me? Okay, so what's your take, please?
I encourage I mean, I appreciate what Lumumba said. Has been outspoken as long as African issue is concerned. We've watched several videos from him, lectures, and how he has been going about educating the African people, making sure that, of course, the issue of corruption and civilization is, civilization brought to Africa and corruption ends in Africa. And as long as Nigeria is concerned, he knows what is happening in Nigeria very well. And I totally agree with him, because Nigeria is a country that, yes, they celebrate failure. They celebrate corrupt leaders. And that is why people like Chibika and many of them, were appointed as the ministers now in the regime of this Abba Kyari and Jubril al-Sudani, because President Muhammad Buhari has died long time ago and replaced by Jubril of al-Sudani. So they encourage bad people. They celebrate failure. That is why you see that things keep deteriorating. Things keep getting worse because there is nothing to tackle it. Now, the present administration, when they were coming on board, they were talking about change. But just like our brother, the song writer and the singer, they promised us change, and now we are in change. So they have now brought everybody to the point of change. So they were talking about tackling corruption, whereas the people talking about handling and tackling corruption, they are the most corrupt people on earth. So in a situation like that, what exactly do you expect? Things will continue to, get bad on daily basis.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. We have a caller on the phone. Hello, caller on the phone. We have a call on WhatsApp. Hello, good morning from here. Call on WhatsApp. Welcome to the program.
Hello, good morning.
Thank you. What's the name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Wisdom. Calling from Accra.
Okay, you're welcome.
I want to say the issue of X-Men in Federal University is something Nigeria needs to, as Eastern government need to do. Is something that they need to tackle it. It's something that they really need to fight it, because these people are coming over our land, want to take over our land.
I think the network is poor. Sorry about that. His contribution was inconclusive, just like Nigerian election. It's always inconclusive.
It's always inconclusive.
Sorry about that. That's the nature. That's the network. That's what's obtainable in the contraption called Nigeria. And of course, that is why we ask, we oblige you to support this program so that we can get a better and stable network. Very, very important. So reach us on WhatsApp, reach us on our phone line. Let's see how it goes, whichever way you can. Hello, call on the phone.
Hello, good morning.
Can you hear me? Yeah, good morning. What's the name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Masifa Unora, calling from Anambra province.
Okay, you're welcome.
I want to say something on the
Go ahead,
on the issue. This is not a new story to us anymore. With the preference. Are you hearing me?
I can hear you. Please
Hello?
go ahead. If I can't hear you, I will say that.
No. Okay. This is not the first time. This is something that have a basis. So long as this Biafra land is concerned, or zoo called Nigeria is concerned, this is what they do every day. Just like our people used to say, and many of many of the people that this invent, this all this abomination is being taking place in their areas. They are getting used to it, and that's evil. Because some people used to say that the oneme auru alabafo or menana. Are you getting me?
Yeah.
So this abomination have been taking place in Biafra land for ages. That you will see soldiers, it's only in Biafra land that you will see soldiers on the road, even police on the road doing nothing, only extorting money from people. So the soldier that they send on to go for peace keeping this and that, he went there to rob the people that he went to protect. It's what he's been taught to do. Because there's no way, as you know, the man, I go, yeah, Ojun Kitisi, or Taunyan. If a dog, if you have a dog in your house and you're not feeding that dog very well, you just try not to step on that dog's stool, because that dog that you think that is your pet will turn back and do what? And bite you. And that's what is happening in the zoo called Nigeria today. If the military can be standing again in Nigeria, a system in Nigeria at back that they have no remedy anymore. If you want to travel on the road now from one point to the other in Nigeria, you will be praying to God for safety, not for safety of ordinary criminals on the road, or for an accident on the road, but for so-called security agencies that are meant to protect life and property. That's the people you are scared of, because you don't know what kind of action will be. Whenever you meet a checkpoint, you'll be praying, because they'll be asking you stupid questions to see what your reaction will look like. So Nigeria is an old story. It's a bygone. Honestly, Nigeria is a bygone, because it's a time bomb that has been waiting since 1914. It's a time bomb that was set since 1914 that is waiting for a day of explosion. And this is the time that it has exploded. And nothing can bring it together again. So for those people that are studying in the school that are in Owerri, it's not only Owerri that these people are taking their cattle to and chased out all the students there. It happened once in Anambra here, that they run their cows inside school, inside this College of Education. College of Education in Subaye. It have happened here before, and people ran. So it's not something that started today. And nobody wants to talk. If you talk, they come after you, because the cows are the ones leading Nigeria. They are the #1 citizens of Nigeria, because their grandmaster is the one ordering the affairs of the country. But that is not a matter to us anymore, because we are heading to a country where lives and property are the most valuable, because we value life. So Nigeria issues on this, how they want to run their cow, how they want to legalize their destiny is their business.
Can you hear me? Can you please summarize, because
yes, I can hear you. Yeah, I'm summarizing. So I want to thank God for the safe trip of our leader to European Union yesterday. I will thank God for everything that happened and the ones that are yet to happen. May God continue to strengthen and bless him in everything he do to restore Biafra, and in everything that we all contribute to do to restore Biafra. In the name of Chukwuka Biafra. Thank you, Grand Angozi.
Thank you.
May God continue to bless you guys.
Thank you, of course. Says, and more are yet to come. Hello, caller on the phone.
Hello.
Hello, what's the name of your calling?
young body cooker.
We can hear you. Go ahead.
Good morning.
Thank you.
Good afternoon. Good evening, depending on your time zone. This is Mazi Okuruke, calling from Iguacha province, but from Umaya province. I just want to react on would like all the person taking up around the that no sorry. But the way I want they are coming up. That we are not expecting anything that will come from a decade, a large something. What good will come it? If they come to praise us, we don't need it. What I want to address is what he said. We are doing the approach. You know, all these, one of them, even some of our brothers in Biafra land, they love what we are doing, and but the approach. Do you know, I have come to realize what you need, what they say we are not getting right. I have come to know that what we are not getting right is to tackle the zoo. How is, you know, when we come, we are calling us referendum, and we want to do referendum with expired. It's like what our brother must be able to try to say. Nigeria has expired drug. Then you come to romance with expired. To contaminate you. We are telling referendum. We are telling the zoo government we need referendum. Expired contract. Regulation that has expired in 2014. We want to romance with them. And what that anything that is expired, what we discard it, we destroy it. So it is what they are passing us the information what we are not getting right, that we have not come out to destroy the zoo. That is what the method they want, and that is the language. That is why everything that is expired need to be discarded. And that is why Boko Haram and the Shiite them, they are doing the needful. Something that has expired, they are killing things that have expired. Things that people that identify themselves as Nigerian, they kill them because Nigeria has expired and need to be discarded. So the Fulani men, Boko Haram and the Nigeria are doing what is supposed to be done. And Biafrans, we are not doing what we are supposed to do because Nigeria has expired and we are continuing to match with Nigeria. Something has expired. Something that should be discarded. Something that should be destroyed. We want to do it. We are telling something that has expired. Come and conduct referendum. We need a referendum. We need this. It's supposed to be destroyed. And all the things that are making me look at it is resisting. We remove it. That's what we need. So that is what we see. It's why the emphasis we are doing that we are not getting right, which I concur. We are not getting right. So I'm talking to some.
Okay, ma'am, summary. So
we are doing nothing. God let you apply in the name of the issue at this place.
Thank you. We have another caller on the phone. Hello, caller on the phone. Call on WhatsApp. Hello.
Hello?
Oh, call on WhatsApp. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Good morning.
Go ahead. What's the name and where are you calling from?
This is Ben. I'm representing from Isi Alanga.
All right. Go ahead. Are you there or you're listening to your device?
No. I'm here. I'm not listening. My device is off.
Then go ahead, please. Go ahead and make a contribution.
Yes. Good morning, my sister and my brother. This is Ben representing from East Alanga.
All right.
First of all, I want to thank God for the life given to you people, for the work you are doing to us. It's a great job. It's not easy. But our enemies, they said that we have nothing to do. And I prove what they said. They are all liars. Concerning what is happening here
the contraction called Nigeria. The soldiers, all of them are criminals, even the police. The same thing is happening day in, day out. They are using the taxpayers' money to export money from us here every day. So it's not a new thing. But I assure them that God will save us one day. Our leader is being chosen by God to help us out of this rubbish, because God is with him. And what happened yesterday is a landmark victory to us. God is with us.
Of course.
Thank you, and God bless.
Bless you too. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Call on the phone. Hello.
Hello, Arangozi.
Yeah, what's your name and where are you calling from?
Hello, Arangozi.
Hello, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Please, my name is Tebore. I'm calling from Aba.
Okay.
I want to thank you for work well done. Video there. God bless all of you. This all I have to say is that we need nothing but Biafra. Biafra is what we need at this particular point in time. But he said that he made, we are all finished. Now, God bless him. All we need now is nothing but Biafra. That is all I have to say. Are you getting my point?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm asking, are you hearing me?
We can hear you. Go ahead and conclude.
I'm calling from Aba. My name is Tebore.
Okay, thank you so much. We've heard you. We have another call on the phone. Hello, call on the phone.
Good morning.
Thank you. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Chukwu Emmanuel.
Okay, go ahead. Your device is on. We can hear it. Another call on the phone. Caller on WhatsApp. Hello.
Hello, Wadangazi, Otutoman. Mazi Vix na Ndoti Otutoman. I'm young Ozochukwu Onukufo from Mbitolu.
Okay, go ahead.
The last time I called, I said that there is my paper at Enugu that I wanted to register. So I used other phone to send my brother at Enugu. So the one at Anambra, the number is not going yet. It's my uncle, so I never get the number that I used to contact him. That's why I never sent that one. I sent it yesterday and before yesterday, the one from Enugu. You see the number down there.
The person just needs to wait.
Hello?
We forwarded it to the appropriate quarters. He will be reached in due time.
Okay, thank you. So what I want to contribute in this issue is not that the people, they are tired, but the only thing is that people are scared the way Nigeria are using to handle the people. You understand? So the people are tired. That's why God raised Mazin Nadeko to come and rescue a Biafrans. Even the people in Nigeria, Yoruba and Hausa, they are tired as well. Okay, look at what happened yesterday. People are protesting. They are shooting them, killing people. The same thing, they are, so there is nothing people will do. They have caged their people. They have caged their people. But God have already liberated us from Mazin Nadeko. God have already liberated us. So what is there is that we have to pray harder so that God will give Mazin Nadeko more wisdom. So because I say another one, UN, United Nations, So let God give him more wisdom so that he will use and go to UN. You understand? So we thank God for
thank you so
journey
much. Thank
yesterday.
You so much. Of course,
we thank God.
We thank you, Kwasama, for giving us such a leader, and of course, we pray for more wisdom. We have another caller on the phone. Your device is on. We can't hear you.
Hello, good morning.
Thank you so much. What's the name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Amechi Azuke. I'm calling here from Indivisible from people.
Okay.
The reason why, hello?
Go ahead.
Hello?
I think you are listening to you.
Hello?
Go ahead. Alright, we'll have another caller here. Hello, caller on the phone.
Good morning.
Thank you.
My name is Mazi Chimadesha from School, and I'm calling from Ebola is the local government. Sukasari in the state of Finland. Careful with the phone to the number. Now the Kaigi to the JJ Mona Lalo Hamadiki Kaigi so one of their fans about of freedom. It's the only thing for them to single trafficking body issue. You have no good only do a man they cannot have played the youth. All the Nambulian cover of women get tired and call the I got to wish to Kabiama. Okay, that's going to carry single. Encourage nothing to go to the Macadam family terrorists. Honestly, I'm ready to have terrorists to get back of us. They made up with food pass. Macadam you will check Kadama, God of Almighty, you Fruso, you to talk out to Yagabo and Bomado. I can ask you for a very final. Looking why you got Yanako. But only you play for long. They were looking at IPV also, that was also IPV. And the one way that Mafia now said IPV is the situation we have. No, I'm taking one of the other land out the UK is. I can't also around there. That a time we split in Nigeria and woke up in the Biafra land, and this is what is trying to happen now. Yeah, and that is what is trying to happen, be happening. And let's get on. Makana kita ada original ini from Nigeria. Every day, every moment, you know what we do so that we restore homeland. You know that's this platform from morning till night to 4 hours. Our platform is ready. We're going to contribute to the we can. But I think what I will start to do is to do my feeling and buy. Okay, for reference. Then I feel I think we should make I take more. Let's take what belongs to us, and this is what I have for this. I will call it my mind and become taking what to complex in and if other they have to be and one.
Thank you. Thank you too. Alright, another caller on the phone.
Hello. Dada, good morning. My name is Ifan Yokori. I'm calling you from Aba.
You're welcome.
Please. I appreciate you for your work and what you're doing for your fans. And I'm about to speak on this Fulani herdsmen sending photo. Hello?
Okay.
So these people are trying to maneuver us. For the 14th Brigade in Ahofia, there's one village they occupy there. One small village at the back of that 14th Brigade. So they want to establish a village there, Fulani village. They even took some board and the people over there remove it. So our people should drastic action against all these Fulani herdsmen trying to put their land in all these places. So that is my contribution. That we can achieve our Biafra restoration. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you for your effort.
Thank you. Call on WhatsApp. Hello.
God bless you.
Bless you too. Hello, call on WhatsApp.
Hello, good morning.
Thank you so much. Good morning from here. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, my name is Diko Bona.
All right.
I'm calling from the state of Israel. I heard from Item, the local government, Biafra land. I want to encourage our people, especially our people in our. I have known Abba for what Abba is. But because of the evildoers of the iniquity, the governors and their agents, they made Abba to be useless. I think by now they are all seeing what is happening and the extent of POV through our leader, Mazen Namdekano. I want everybody to stop. We are not relenting and we will not stop until we get what we want. I encourage everybody in Aba, those in Obohe, Omonkama, Ohansi, Oboya, all of you in Aba, rise up to the NESCO. If you are not a member of IPOB in Aba, find a unit and join. Don't say this is for this is for all of us and we must get this done. Thank you and remain blessed.
Bless you.
Madam. Bye.
Hello on the phone. Hello.
Hello. Good morning, my sister. Yeah. Thank you, my sister. This is Mazen Nadeko calling from the very intended local government. When the local government under Umuahia province in the heart of Biafra land. My sister, I just want to comment more on this Hausa people with their cows in Federal University of Technology or whatever. It is a very shameful thing, and this is what Okoracha his APC, Governor Buhari, whatever they call him at any good, and the devil himself. This is what they have brought to Biafra land. Now, oil is produced in Biafra land, and they use the money to develop all the other parts of Nigeria. In return, what they bring to us is cows to invade everywhere, including our university. What a simple something is this, that the cows will invade our university, and our people are not saying anything, especially those people that is even more. I think there are youth that in that way, they should rise up and drive these people away. They can't allow cows to occupy such a big university we have at Owerede. So it's not a very happy news. And then I want to request something. Here in Ipob we don't have light, so we never knew. If you can give us a little update of what happened at the process yesterday, because there was no communication at all. It's just this morning I managed to charge my phone to all. So if there will be any update of what happened at process, I will appreciate it.
That will be tomorrow. That will come tomorrow.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, it will be tomorrow. Thank you. We'll have another caller on the phone. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. What's the name? Where are you calling from?
Yeah. Am I to Biafra Radio?
Yeah, this is Biafra Television, transmitting simultaneously on Radio Biafra London.
Okay, please, I sent a message on this line. During the period 2 days ago, 4 days ago, the network was down. So I called and someone picked. I told him I want to be a member. I'm calling from Abba. My name is Maz, the chosen man, Obani, the chosen man, Nadeko. I sent him
okay, can you please resend the message? After now, I will respond to that. I will do that.
Hello?
Can you resend the message?
Hello?
So that after the program, I will respond to that.
Okay, I should resend.
Yeah, please, do that.
Can I resend it?
Yes, do that, please. Resend it.
Okay. It's okay, I'm forwarding it back now.
Alright, thank you. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, you are going to be our last caller and you'll be speaking for 2 minutes, please.
Good morning.
Thank
Good morning,
you.
Margaret.
What's the name you're calling from?
My name is Chika, calling from Abakaliki Province.
Okay.
I want to emphasize on this cow issue. Not just only happening there, even here in Abakaliki. Recently, I was going to Enugu and I saw thousands of cows inside the school. I was then asking my friend, is it a country where cows are being reared, or is it a school? Because the number of cows there is more than the students. The only thing I have to tell my people is to join hands together so that we can be able to achieve what our great leader is fighting for us. We join hands together, and I pray that God be strength and including you and every IPAB member who is fighting together to get this our great nation together. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you. All right, caller on WhatsApp, your last caller, you'll be speaking for just 1 minute. Hello. Hello, caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Where are you calling from?
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How you are? Are you hearing me?
Go ahead. What is your name? I said go ahead. You have 1 minute, please.
Okay. My name is Osma Kachiwa. I'm calling from Senegal. I'm from Abondisi. I want to thank you for giving us meeting. Such good program for Mazen and those of you there are trying to restore our Biafra. So much good program and bless every one of you people. The mighty name of good program. I also thank our deputy Mazen before. He's very resolute. Our brothers back home, please, may they be vigilant and focused, because you know that our US government, they are not happy, but we know that we must win them. We must win them, because we are called by his name. We are son of Chukwu. I want to thank every one of you. Thank you for the hard work people are doing over there. Say may God bless all of you and our family, the mighty name of Chukwu. And we restore our country and come back home and celebrate and enjoy our life and stay in our land, our promised land. We know one day our leader, our Moses of our time will lead us to the promised land.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your contributions. And that's how we can go for today because of our time. Before we go, Mazi Elvis, can you say something to our audience?
Yeah, dear friends, I just want to say, remain focused, remain be on the track of IPA, because shortly your fund will be restored, as we all have had it yesterday from our director said. But after this EU meeting, the next step is United Nations, which is therefore is here with us. So spread this very gospel and share this very message. The most important thing is for you to support us, make sure that all the necessary gadgets that we needed has to be provided for adequate and appropriate services that we can offer to you all. That is where we work, and again we will not relent. We'll continue to tell you the truth. So thank you. As we meet again, same session, same time, my name is Massive Elvis, and I say bye from there.
Thank you so much. Thank you. All right. So, what message you have, Mazioge?
To fellow Biafrans all over the world, I encourage you for your resilience and your doggedness. The agitation to restore Biafra has come to a climax, and I encourage you not to give up at this time, but go and get your dancing shoes because the celebration is about to begin. Thank you very much for being there. I remain Mazioge Friday.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, our viewers out there, thank you so much for believing in us, for joining us, for always being here. Without you, we wouldn't be here. But don't forget to partner with us, to support us, so that we'll always bring out the best. And of course, you know, yesterday we couldn't feature in the program in Brazil because of internet problems, because of internet services. Assuming we'll have a stable internet, you would have watched the whole thing live. So please try as much as possible to help us upgrade so that next time we will have something better to offer. Thank you. I remain Ngozi Chukwuka. Bye for now.